Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here coming to you from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast, episode number 1393. Exciting news. It is Winning Wednesday, and we have some great, exciting news to share with you. If you watched the end of last night's episode, you may have heard what's happening. But as of tomorrow, tomorrow I pick up keys to my new home. This has been a long journey. You guys have been on me with this journey for the last few months, and we've done everything from looking at the rent to buy, but the housing prices in Arizona have been crazy, especially in the bracket that I was looking in. Tried going for a mortgage, but found out that if you're a business owner, they go on net income. If you're a W-2 employee, they go on gross income. Gross income, I would have been in, not a problem. Net income, totally different story. And so then we thought, right, for now, let's let everything settle down. We'll just go straight out rent. And put a few applications in on some places. Some got disqualified because Zeffie is a German Shepherd mix. She has German Shepherd in her, and that's one of the breeds that they did not allow in the house and all of that. So, but we finally got one. They originally told me no. Because of my income. And I go, well, what do you mean? And they said, well, we can only verify this amount. And I go, but you didn't take into account this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I had to send them 6 months worth of bank statements. And they went through and go, oh, okay, well, you're actually now approved to have this, which was way more than what I was prepared, what my budget would allow for the rent. And then all of a sudden I went from them telling me that I didn't have enough income to qualify because you had to have 2.4 times the rent is your monthly income. And they said I didn't qualify for that. Then all of a sudden they came back and says, oh, you can do this, which was almost twice as much as what the rent on this place is. And I'm just like, crazy. So I was like, okay. But anyway, so everything's gone through. The lease has been signed. The move-in fees and everything and June's rent has all been paid. And I get my keys tomorrow. And they're doing it really, I've never done this, but mind you, I've never really rented a house before. All the rentals that we've done have been done through friends. So this is the first time I'm working with a management company for renting. So this is going to be very interesting because I said, well, what time in the morning am I meeting somebody? I have to be back home by this time at the absolute latest because I got to go to work. And they said, oh, we do it all virtual. I'm like, well, what do you mean you do it virtual? Well, you show up at the house when you're ready, and they send you a code. You get show up at the house, you type the code in to get into the house. You take the key that's in the lockbox, and that's your key. And then they give you an app. There's an app that you're supposed to get so that you can do keyless entry into the house via your app. You can make sure your doors are locked when you're on the road. You can check the temperature of the house and adjust the thermostat. And then they said, and somewhere in the house, in a cupboard or a drawer will be the garage door opener, and maybe your mailbox keys. And I go, what if the mailbox keys aren't there? And they said, well, then you've got to go to the postal service. They gave us a list of things I had to do for that. And I'm like, okay. And they said, and then you have to get this app on your phone. I tell you, I have not downloaded so many apps in the last 20. I've downloaded more apps in the last 24 hours than I think I have in the last 6 months. They said, and then you need this app. And within 72 hours, you have to submit a report. And I go, okay, what's the report I have to submit? Well, you have to walk through the home, and anything that you see that needs to be fixed, you have to put it in onto this app. I'm like, okay. Now, I'd already given them 3 things, so I'm curious to see if they've actually fixed those 3 things, or if we're going to open the door tomorrow morning and have beep, beep from the smoke detectors, because I'd already told them after I viewed the house on Saturday. Yeah, this is all since Saturday. I saw the house on Saturday, and we moved very quickly. And so I sent them a note saying, thank you very much. And when they told me that I'd been accepted, I said, okay. I said, in the viewing on Saturday, I noticed these 3 things. Can they please be fixed? And one was the smoke detector was beeping. And I said, I don't know which one it was, but one of them's out of battery. So hopefully if they have gone in already, that they have replaced all of the batteries in the smoke detector. So they all run out at the same, all run out around the same time. And the sliding door, the sliding screen out to the back patio, the handle's almost off. It's got like this little thin tether that's about this wide, and it comes out about this long, and you can't really pull the door open with it. I had to figure out how to do that without using the handle. It was not easy. So they were sort of like, oh, okay, well, we'll get that taken care of. And then there was another one. Oh, yeah, the gap under the door in the master bedroom. There was a door that goes outside of the master bedroom that's just a single door. So it's an exterior door. And when you open it, there's actually a security screen there, a lockable security screen, and which I was thankful for. But underneath, there's this little gap where the light comes in. So I've asked them to have a look at that too, because if you can see light under the door, and especially an outside door, that means you're likely to get critters coming in that should not be in the house. So now when I go in tomorrow, I've got to check for any signs of any critters that should not be in the house being in the house, anything that needs to be fixed in any way. We're going to check all the lights, all the light switches. I mean, they've got light switches that even when I was walking through the house, I couldn't figure out. In the bedroom, there's 3 light switches. There's one that does the lights, one that does the ceiling fan, and I got no idea what the third one does. So my only thought is that it could be for like a bedside lamp or something like that, where it's a light that's controlled by a lamp that's controlled by the switch. And I'm sort of like, yeah, maybe that was it. That could be it. And I just suddenly thought, I don't have I can take my fan. That's what I can do. I've got a little portable fan that plugs in. So I'll take that with me and plug it into the different outlets to figure out which one operates on the light switch. That's what I will do. I think I better write that down. Take fan. Take green fan. Yeah. And so the last couple of days has been busy all I've got movers booked. I got the renter's insurance taken care of. They do apparently they leave all the utilities are left in the owner's name and it gets added onto your rent. Not really happy about that, but we'll see how it goes. And then what else have I done? I've done a whole bunch of stuff. I've got boxes arriving, and poor Zeffie has been like, what's this for? And it's all currently sitting over there on the thing. But there was an order that was supposed to arrive today between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. It was put on the truck for delivery at 3:44 a.m. from the distribution center here in Phoenix, and it hasn't arrived yet. And my concern is it's hot weather, almost 3 digits outside. This package contains snack bars, and some of them have chocolate in it, and some of them have animal proteins in it that are supposed to be snacks for the movers on Tuesday. So they've got something to grab to eat, and they'll have bottled water for them as well. And I'm concerned about this stuff sitting in the back of a truck somewhere, and now they've changed them. They missed the 8 a.m. deadline. Now they've rescheduled it for before 8 a.m. tomorrow. So it better be here before 8 a.m. tomorrow, because we're leaving at 8 a.m. and going over to the house. And I'm taking Zeffie with me to walk her through the place and let her out into the backyard while it's still cool enough. And one of the packages I got is a water bowl on a stand that we can put outside for her. So she'll have water outside if she's outside. And then she doesn't have to keep running inside. We can keep the screen door closed, and she'll still have water. I'm taking her with me tomorrow when I do the walkthrough, and she'll be walked through on a leash to get all the smells out so she doesn't pee anywhere, and get to know that this is the place. And then I'm going to have to do the same again with her next Thursday, because the movers are coming on Tuesday to take stuff out of storage. Let's take it over to the house. And the other thing I'm going to do too is I'm making signs. This is learning stuff I have learned over the years when it comes to moving. Make signs of what room is what. And so when I'm standing at the door, because the movers want me to stand at the door and tell them where the different boxes or furniture that they bring in goes. And they said they will assemble any furniture that needs to be assembled, as long as the hardware is handy. You don't have to go into a box for it. It needs to be like taped to whatever it is you're assembling. And I said, well, the only thing I need assembling is my oak table. And I said, but I have no idea if the hardware is with the table or not. And I said, it's 4 pieces. So if it comes to the fact that I can't find the hardware, as long as you've got the stuff where I need it, I'll figure out I can easily assemble it. It's just easy. I just lay it on its top, put the feet on, put the the crossbar in there and then flip the whole thing up. And it's an oak table. Yes, it is heavy, but I have done that before. So I have moved that table by myself. So tomorrow morning we'll be taking some stuff over with us because we're getting a little cramped here with the stuff that's arriving for the new house. I've got stuff to go on account. I've got myself a new fruit basket because there's a lot of stuff that I sold when we went when I left LA. So I know things that I do have. I know things that I don't have. Tomorrow all the bathroom stuff is arriving, like trash cans, plunger, toilet brushes. What else did I have in there? I don't remember. But I do have to stop off at my mail place in the morning. Oh, I just thought maybe I can't take Zeffy with me. Just thinking of the temperature. Because I know that I've got stuff that's gone to my mailbox as well that I need to pick up too. So I don't know. I really want to take her with me tomorrow. I have to figure that one out. Because there's different things there for the house as well. So so tomorrow morning, take Zeffy for her walk. We come back, we pack the car up, and she may end, depending on how much I'm going to take over with me, I may end up folding down the back seats and putting her in the front seat. She likes sitting up front there. Somebody said, how far is your mailbox from this house? This actually less than what it is now. So it takes me about 20 minutes to get there from here. It's going to take me 10 to 15 minutes from my new house. So that's really cool. That's nice. But it'll be a few days before Zeffy is left by herself in the house. I want to make sure that she's comfortable. And but here's what I'm taking guesses on. So if you would like to guess how long it is going to take Zeffy to discover the zoom loop. And what the zoom loop is that in the RV, she'll do zooms up and down the RV, onto the dashboard, off the dashboard, onto the beds, spin around, fly back down, do the same thing again, and just do that backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. So this house is going to have a zoom loop for her. Because when you walk in the front door, off to the left is a flex room, a den, an office, whatever you want to use it as. It's got double doors to get in there, and then it has a single door at the back that goes into the hallway. So if you take a right into the flex room, you go through the door at the back into the hallway. You then take a left in the hallway to take you to the kitchen. Once you hit the kitchen, you take a left to put you back in the living room, and then you take a left and you're back into the den again. So that's all left turns. Now she can do it in reverse, but it's all right turns. So it depends how wound up she wants to get. But then I thought, we could end up playing chase around the house with her. That's going to give us so much fun and so much more flexibility than what we have in it. Because it's really hard to play chase with her inside the RV and try and hide from her. But I want to be able to, but in the house we'll be able to do that. So taking guesses on how many days it is going to take her once we're moved in, how many days it's going to take her to find, well, actually from tomorrow, since I'm taking her with me tomorrow, how many days from tomorrow will it take her to figure out the zoom loop? And then, so that's on Thursday. Friday, I'm busy all day, so I won't be doing anything at the house then. And then Saturday, we'll be moving more stuff over to the house as well. And I'll be doing that all weekend. And there'll be some times in there that I'll be going and doing some shopping and getting groceries for the new house. And I have this mass, because I have a decent freezer. I have a fridge freezer side by side. So I got a lot of space for my freezer. And I have this huge walk-in pantry. I call it huge because compared to my pantry now, which is my microwave, it is huge. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see if you can see this pretty well. This is my pantry. It's massive. So I'm looking forward to being able to get some stuff in there, and I got a ton of storage in the kitchen area as well. Kathy's gonna give her 2 days once you're all moved in. So I was talking about signs. So what you do with the signs is that you put that's not gonna be my craft storage room. I got a whole 11 by 13 room. It's going to be a craft room with a huge closet, and then my guest room is exactly the same size. So in this house, the guest room, it's a 3-bedroom house. It has the master bedroom, which is big. It has 2 guest rooms, which are 2 other rooms which are exactly the same size. One is directly across the hall from the hall bathroom, and that is going to be the guest room, that particular room, and then the other one's next door to it. But when I've been looking at house plans, it's like, okay, which one's going to be the guest room? Where's the hall bathroom in relation to the bedrooms, and which bedroom is closest to the bathroom? So that's how I've been determining which one's going to be the guest room. Plus, this has a really cool feature of like a corner angled. It has an angled corner in it. Maybe I'll do a walkthrough live tomorrow. I don't know, with Sephi, and put her out in the backyard so you get to see her running around in the backyard, and or exploring it anyway. See what she thinks of it. What else have we got in there? So this weekend it's going to be a lot of moving stuff out of the RV into the new house. The movers come on Tuesday they're meeting me at the storage facility on Tuesday morning, and then they will clear out my storage units over there and take it to the house. And once we get to the house, I have to stand by the door and direct them where everything's going to go. But I'm also going to have labels on things too, so I don't have to say take a left at the go into the kitchen, take a left, right into the hallway, go down here, take a left, and then it's the first door on the left, right, first door on the right, or go straight ahead, that sort of thing. I don't have to tell them that. I just have little, I use painter's masking tape and put signs up, and, like I'm going to have a sign over behind me by the door there that's going to say books, because I know I have a lot of books and DVDs. They're all going to go in that area. I do have some DVDs that are in storage. Those are the ones that all come in the special cases, the special packaging, the commemorative packaging, all that sort of stuff that we have. So I couldn't take them. I just could not take them out of the packages and put them. And I'm not using stick-ups for that, Kathy. I'm using a piece of paper with, bedrooms this way, craft room this way, office here. So they know where to put everything. And then they just basically, it's load everything up. Once it's loaded up, we drive over to the house, which is 6 miles from my storage unit, which is closer than I am right now. And then from there, I stand in the doorway and direct them wherever anything has to go. And then after that, they will then move furniture into place for me. And then they're done. So, it's really cool. And I have to remember to get to the back. And I can go through that drive-through, because that one I can do that with. Yes. So yes, I'll get everything all set up, and I'm just suddenly thinking of things that I have to do, and sort of like, I can't really leave Zephy beside herself all morning. I just got remembered something I have to do for Tuesday, and I can't do it Monday because all the banks are going to be closed and everything else. And then I provide, and in the past when I've done moves, I've provided snacks and water for them, because it's what I've been taught to do growing up is, make sure everybody's fed and water, and especially in the heat. What are we looking at for Tuesday? I haven't even looked at the weather forecast for Tuesday. Kind of a little scared too. Let's see. Daily. Let's see. Tuesday is supposed to be fine, yay, and only a high of 92. Only a high of 92. That is only a 4% chance of precipitation on Tuesday. Yes. So, but in this heat, got to make sure that the guys stay hydrated, and make sure that we have plenty of water for them as well. And I know that they'll have their own stuff as well, but it's just going to be laid out there on the island in the kitchen for them. And they'll be told where to put all of the... So Kathy's putting comments about my movers. The company I'm using is called Off Duty Firefighters Will Move, is the name of the company. but they're not always all firefighters, because sometimes they have to be on call, especially there's like wildfires and things like that. So they use non-firemen at times as well. And when they came over yesterday for me to sign all the contracts and everything else, I asked how many were going to be on the team, so I knew what to do with tips, which I didn't even know how to tip a mover. So I had to send a note to my realtor going, how do I tip movers? What do I tip them? So she called a friend of hers who has a moving company and came back with what the standard is or something like that. And it's 10 to 15% of the total move cost divided by the number of people that are in the thing. So if you say have $2,000, I'm just trying to think of easy math. No, say if the move's $1,000, then 10% of that would be $100 that you would split between whoever's there, or 15% would be $150, which is split between whoever's there. Is that right? Yeah, 15% between whoever's there. And then the more expensive the move, the more money that they get that way as well. So I'm going to make sure I go via the bank so I can get cash for them to do that and have it all made up, ready to go. So I could have anywhere from 6 to 10 guys there moving my stuff, and they've got 2 units to clear, and they've told me it's all going to fit into their 26-foot truck. I'm just like, they're going to be good packers then. I'm sure that they'll be able to do it, considering the fact that everything in there that is there came out of a 10 by 20 unit in San Diego, and it was packed front to back, side to side, and up where I could not see over anything. And I'm 5'4", so it was at least 6 to 7 foot high in packing. When it got moved out here, it all should have gone back into a 10 by 20 unit, but no. The movers I had were always bitching and moaning about all the ailments and injuries that they have. Oh, I can't lift above my shoulders. And the other guy was sort of like, well, I can't. He says, well, it's no use me getting in there because I got a crook back, which is why I have to be on the cart. So I ended up having to get a second unit, and I said the first unit is packed front to back, side to side. It's 10 by 20, and I said as far as the height goes, it goes up to about 5 feet, maybe 6 in places. And I said the other unit is it's a 10 by 10. It is very loosely packed front to back, and it is less than 5 feet high. I said because I can see over the top of everything that's in there. And I said, I'm 5'4", so I can see over the top of everything that's in there. So it's like, okay, we got it. So that's how he figured out it'll take 1 truckload. And we're only 6 miles away from the storage unit too, so that's good. But it's going to be fun. It's all exciting. It's all happening, and I'm looking around the RV going, and I need to start packing again. I'm looking at my desk going, yeah. But I have boxes arriving tomorrow. We also have arriving tomorrow boxes, the bathroom stuff. What else did I get for there? Yeah, boxes and bathroom stuff is arriving tomorrow. Oh, and my snacks that were supposed to arrive by 8 a.m. this morning. And I did and they had the free delivery between 4 and 8 a.m. And so I thought, well, I'll do that because it's going to be the coolest part of the day, even though it was still going to be 70 degrees. At least it won't be sitting outside very long with the chocolate in there and the animal protein stuff that's in some of the snacks. So hopefully the food's going to be okay. Otherwise, I might have to do a Costco run. I was trying to avoid that. That's why I wanted delivery. But anyway, so tips for when moving: have cash on hand for the tips. You have cash on hand for the tips. Beverages and snacks for the movers. And trust me, they so appreciate it when you do that for them. And given how hot it is going to be, they're going to need extra water and all of that sort of stuff. And if I run out of bottles, which I don't think I will, but if I do, they can refill the bottles from the freezer with some ice and that sort of stuff. And signs up so that you can tell them, oh, that goes there, and they can see where the signs are. And you walk them through the house first, so they know where everything's going and they can see the signs. And I have done that before, and the movers have so appreciated it. They go, this makes moving in so much fun. I said, what do you mean it makes it fun? And they turn around and says, well, we know where we're going. We don't have to go, oh, which room did you say it was? Second on the left, first on the right? Or you stand there going, first on the left down the hallway, first on the right down. They said, you don't even, you just like down the hallway there, that goes into that room, that goes into that room. And if you give it a name and you've got the signs up, we can see it. So that's going to make it really, really easy for them as well. And the fact I get to stand inside by the front door and direct them with everything is going to be awesome. So, yeah, I've got to figure out where I'm going to get them to put all the kitchen stuff, because I really want to get into the kitchen stuff and get that unpacked. That's going to be in my first room. And, and then tomorrow when I've got some final measurements I have to take, and then I'm going to order my washer and dryer and get it delivered on Saturday. And then I need to find some time, which I'll probably do after work on Friday, because tomorrow evening is packed. After work on Friday, go and find me a bed and arrange for delivery on Saturday. So I want to make sure that I also got food in the house for Saturday, because we're going to be spending most of the day there. We may be based on delivery times. So I want to make sure that the carload that we take over in the morning has a lot of stuff that we need. And based on the timing, I might go do a quick shop as well. Yeah, that's the other one. Though maybe I could do that on Wednesday after work, because Zeffie goes to the sitters the sitters are picking up, the dog sitters are picking up Zeffie here on Monday morning. And that's one reason I got to go via the mailbox, because my dog food's there. And so she goes to the sitters on Monday morning, and then they drop her off at the new house on Thursday morning. So I have all of that time in there. And so Monday I'll probably do a lot more packing, because I'll have used the full car and I won't have to take Zeffie with me or worry about her. So that'll be Monday, and then Tuesday the movers. Wednesday I'm working most of the day, so as soon as I finish work on Wednesday, go do some shopping at that point as well, make sure I've got everything stocked up. But yeah, I got to arrange for wash and dry to be delivered on Saturday, and Sparkles will not fit in the driveway. It's short and it's steep, too steep for Sparkles. Getting all these good questions in here. Sparkle. So what's happening with Sparkles? Sparkles is actually going to stay here on site, because once it's all cleared out, then I can get the RV service guys to come in, get her up and running, get the stuff that needs to be done on the with all the power washing, the resealing that needs to be done. The roof needs to be resealed and UV protected. There is sealing that needs to be replaced around windows, around joints, around vents. So I need to get all of that done as well. There's a piece up on the front, at the top on the front there where it curves. All of that decal up there has basically disappeared, so I need to get it all new decaled up there. Actually, I think it's actually laminated, but I'm just going to put a big grey decal up there, because it will then match the other decal that's on the thing. And this one, I'm thinking put a little bit of sparkle in it. No, I won't. And then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with it, but she will be here through most of June. And once she's up and running and everything, then it'll be driving her to a service place where she will get a lot of other stuff done to her. And then from there into storage for now, but I'm going to be looking at possibly doing rentals with her, where people want to, go away for a weekend in an RV and hire her out for a weekend type of thing, and that sort of stuff. So, don't know. We're looking at different possibilities, or finding somewhere to park it and use it as an Airbnb as well. That was another thought another thing it was suggested to me. So hire it out for people to go on road trips, or park it somewhere and people can use it as an Airbnb. Also, never thought of that. Or just sell it, or store it. I don't know yet. There's a lot of options, a lot of thinking to do. But first of all, I have to get her up and running. I have to get her roadworthy. Like this window has lost its, doesn't have a blind anymore. Look at this. There's the window. So I could leave it with the drape, because I got all the hooks up there, and just get another drape down. Now I'll have access to my sewing machine, and so get a curtain that's long enough to cover this area, but also be able to hem it, because if I cut it, it'll just be all frayed across, but hem it up. And then I've got one behind the recliner that's the same way. Yeah, and then the front does not have a blind because the blind broke back in Tennessee, back in 2020. It broke in 2020, and it wouldn't. And we had to ended up staying there. For an extra few days while I had a repair guy to come out to look at it, and says we can't repair it. He says literally the motor is plastic pieces. They're all stripped. He says the best I can do is take it out. And close and put the coverings on the ends of the live wires. And I went, okay, well, let's do that. So I haven't had a blind in there, so I need to get all of that replaced as well. Is there a basement in the new house? No. It is a single-story house. It's around 2,200 and something square feet, and we're moving from 258 square feet into just over 2,000, just over 2,200 square feet. So it's going to be fun. And poor Zeffie, yeah, I can see her getting a little worried when we first get in there, when she's trying to figure out where I am, where to keep, where I am and all that sort of stuff, because she likes to know where I am. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So keep an eye out for tomorrow morning, because I may go live from the house and walk you around and show you everything. And you'll get to see Zeffie out there running around, seeing how she does in the backyard. Although by the time we get over there, it'll probably be 80-something degrees outside, and yeah, she probably won't want to spend any time outside. She'll want to stay, but it's going to be fun. I'm excited. Zeffie's a little worried. She's been off her food the last couple of days because of all the stress that's been going on around here. She's been a lot more attentive, a lot more put up the sprinkler. I can't put a sprinkler up because Zeffie doesn't like water. Zeffie hates getting wet. But she's been worried and coming over to me more and checking on me more and more than she normally does. Even though she knows I'm here working, like she's now jumping up next to me as though to say, are you okay? Oh, you're here, you're good, you're okay. And I'm sort of like, yeah, I'm okay. And then she just wants scratches. Sometimes she'll come up and just put her foot on my leg as though to say, I'm just checking on you, you okay? There's been a couple of times when I've gotten frustrated and I'll whack the table, and she's come flying from wherever she is and put her paws up on the seat next to me and looked at me as though to say, are you okay? And I go, yes, sorry, Mummy, just got a little frustrated. So we shall see. Moving into a new house is going to be a whole new stress level for both of us. Unpacking boxes and getting stuff put away and all that sort of thing. And I don't have anything booked the first weekend of June, so that's going to be I have nothing booked the first weekend of June, so I've actually got it blocked off so nobody can book appointments in there. And I've got the whole weekend blocked off so that nobody can put appointments in there. Just so I can have that weekend to do what I need to do. So without further ado, so that's our exciting news, is we're moving. Yay! It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. We're going to do so much better in there, especially since I can now walk out of the office and close it off and have somewhere else to I can walk out of the office and have somewhere else where I can go and eat. I'm not going to be eating in my office. So I'm really, really looking forward to that as well. What else? And that's it. That's what we're doing. So I hope you all enjoyed today. I rambled a little bit. I'm just excited. So anyway, go out and have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will be on later tomorrow night, probably close to 7:30, 8 o'clock, because I have my mastermind group meeting tomorrow night, and then as soon as that's finished, I'm taking Zeffie for a walk, and then I will be online for the live. So you'll be able to, I'll give you an update on the day, how it all went and everything else, but it's going to be fun. Yay! Anyway, go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll see you back here. Actually, I'm going to make a call. 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. We will be on at 8 p.m. Pacific tomorrow night. So we will see you then.